for another 52 tags handmade. I had to ask for help with this one because I didn't get it. I love Anne's videos and I love this prompt and I love everything that she does. But the one thing I'm noticing is that if you're coming into this without any knowledge of slow stitching or cross stitching or embroidery, this is a little bit challenging. This one, she didn't explain it well. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I think she just assumed we all knew what she was doing. And at least for me being brand spanking new to this, I could not figure out what the hell she was talking about. So I asked on Facebook and Instagram, and the ladies were so nice to help me. I figured out that it was a cross of some kind, but I wasn't sure like if there was a particular cross that meant kiss, you know, like a style or something, or if it literally was just like X's and O's, you know, kiss. And apparently it's X's and O's kiss kind of thing. But that was the only thing that I struggle with the fly stitch one, and with this one with just basically her describing her prompts to people who already know. And as a newbie, I'm stupid. But I can be taught. So anyways, thank you to everybody who helped me figure out the slang of what it meant. That's where I'm running into the problems. But anyways, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. You had to pick a color. I think she picked 2 colors. And you had to do a kiss something on the thing. She did fabric crossed and some cross stitching. I guess kiss is cross stitch. Something like that. I don't know. Still learning. Learning. Okay, so what mine is, I picked brown. I had used this to strain coffee grounds when I was coffee dyeing my some of my papers, and I liked how it turned out, so I'm going to use this as my background fabric. So browns and creams is kind of what I picked. So that's going to be my background fabric. And then I just went through my stash to find a bunch of things that spoke to me for this color. And so I don't know how much of this is going to end up on this poor little tiny tag. I mean, it's this big. I kind of get carried away. So we got the tag. I have some of this burlap ribbon I thought might be fun, and it'd be easy to stitch through. So I have some of that. I have some of this that I thought I could use to stitch some X's with for more texture. I have a whole bunch of, I dug out just my little itty bitty ribbon scraps. I'm not gonna dig out any more material. I don't have brown material anyways, but I thought this is material-ish. So I'm gonna use, I wanna use some of those up. I really liked this. And so I have, there's like some velvet in there. And I just thought it would add lots of little different textures and that kind of stuff, rickracs and things like that to it. I have this piece of lace. It's a vintage cuff, I think, of some kind. It goes around like this. I thought I had 2 of them, but I don't know where the other one went. Anyways, if you look at this, can you see them? XOXO, right? That fit, right? Okay, so I have that. I have these dangle beads that I don't really like the color of the ribbon they're on, but I thought hanging underneath, out from underneath the whatever I do, would be pretty, and it's textural, and I thought that would work good. The other thing I want to do is, if you've been watching any of my lives, following any of my social media, you'll see that I'm organizing. I don't think that's brown. That's not brown. I'm organizing my stuff into color boxes so that I can utilize my stash of hoard. that I buy all of this stuff because it's beautiful, and then I don't use it because it's too pretty to use, and what if I use it on the wrong project? So 2021 is my stop that. Use it. It's prettier on something than in a box. So I went through all of my metal things because she used like some pens on hers, and I thought, well, that's a great idea. And what I want to do, I have all these little metal tchotchke things that I don't know which ones I'll put on, but because this is like X's and it makes me think of hugs and kisses, I have this little picture frame, and if I can figure out how to do it, I'm gonna try to get a picture of the guys in here, or something like that, and that might go on there too, because that'd be kind of cool, right? I don't know, it's tiny. The other thing I have is some gears. I thought that it might be a good idea to that you could stitch a big X around, X's around it, so X's and O's. I know the prompt is an X's and O's, but that's kind of the direction I'm taking it in. And then I'd like to try to use some of this metal on there. I also have these ribbon slide letters that I've had for, oh geez, ever. I don't know if I'll use the O's, but I thought the X's might work good in there. The last thing I have is The Journey Awakens the Soul. I don't know, Tim Holtz probably, metal thing. And I thought that might be something to incorporate into the tag. The last thing I have are watch parts, and as I was going through them, there were different gears and stuff. They're kind of loose in the bag, which makes it like impossible to see, but I thought maybe I could do something with those too. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go. This is how my process of where I start. It gives me a relative idea, and then I just kind of work it out as I go. And so I will, as I'm figuring this out, try to do tidbits of video along the way. I'll try to remember to get sewing in this time and stuff like that. But these are really hard to video, so I hope this is working out okay. If you have suggestions on what parts you'd like to see, let me know in the comments down below. I say that, and then I remember I string all this together, but yeah. So that's the next part of this video will be me getting started, and that's kind of the general plan. I don't know if I'll do an obvious X or if I'll just have it more subtle with like these X's with X stitches. And then I really like this. This is gonna happen. And this may end up being the background instead of this, because it's big enough. I could put it just by itself as the background. Like this. Oh, there's strings everywhere. Strings. And then work on top of that. I thought that was just cool that it had X's and O's. And then you could put your I don't have much room, so I don't know where I was thinking all of this stuff was gonna go. But do some kind of, I don't know. I gotta stew on it for a while. Okay, so I'll be back when I finally do know. All right, I'll be back. can honestly say that editing this video has been a nightmare. I loved this project. It turned out better than I had in my mind, but I'm editing the video as I go, and it's just, well, you've seen. It's really hard to video this stuff and then get it down to a time frame. It was literally 4 hours of videoing. I think I'm just gonna have to stick with explaining the videos, because otherwise I have to fast forward it so fast that it still was a half an hour video. Hopefully most of you just skipped over it and came to this part. And then I missed sewing the beads on, and but I really love how this project turned out. I got it all finished, and I got the beads on, I got the plate on. There's a whole bunch, I think there's a whole bunch of references to the cross, the kiss, if you will, in this. I got the X's sewed on here, which would be the kiss. I have X's here, which is the kiss. I sewed all of these on with cross stitches, and I sewed all this on with cross stitches. And then of course there's the X's in the actual lace. So I thought that was kind of, that counts, right? I love this I think it's a Tim Holtz tag, The Journey Awakens the Soul. I just feel like that's the motto for this whole 52 tags project for me. It just speaks to my soul, and as cornyly dorky as that sounds, I'm having the best time. I feel stupid on general most of the time. But people have been so kind and so generous with their information and helping me. And you can tell they're just sitting back in their chair. Oh, that poor soul. And I'm okay with it. It's kind of nice to not be the one that everybody comes to instead of being the one that goes to everybody else. So it's refreshing. But anyway, so that's the front of it. And I did add a little more of the linen on this side. I just thought it balanced it some more, and it moves in the light. And yeah, and then on the back I did get the fabric cross put in. I just couldn't figure out how to get it on the front of the tag, but I figured there was no rules, so I could put it on the back, and it's in there. And so I used the ribbon to put the big cross in, the kiss, with little small kisses to go with it. And I used French knots to tie, because I'm learning my embroidery. Yes, I used French knots to attach it to the back of the tag. And then I had a lot to say, so I printed it out, and I put it using on clear sticker paper, and put it on some coffee dyed paper that I had, and edged it with some distress ink. And basically what it says is, sometimes the projects that seem the hardest turn out to be the most fulfilling. I learned what a kiss was in the slow stitch world with this project. Got to do a bit of cross stitching for the first time, and I used a bunch of things from my stash that I had hoarded for years, afraid to use them, and turned them into something to me was even more beautiful than they were when I got them. I learned that the community around this craft is a warm one, with so many loving, willing to jump in and help you people that encourage you to stretch yourself and just try things. Everyone needs a little beauty in their life. Who knew simple thread would be the medium to bring that into mine? January 31st, 2021. I cannot wait to do the next one. I used lace that I've had for 20 years. I've used tchotchkes that I've bought over the last 25 years. I had to have all of this stuff because it was beautiful, and then I put it away in a box, and I haven't seen it since. And I think my organizing into my colors and that kind of stuff, that also helped, because I was running across things going, oh, I didn't even know I had that, And I have had the best time. the best time doing this. And thank you, Anne. Not that you watch my videos, but if for some reason you do, thank you so much for this. Thank you for your patience in my ignorance. And bring it on, girl. I can't wait to see what you challenge us with the next time. I will figure it out, whatever it is, because I love this. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Go out and pick up some thread, a needle, and some stuff, and give it a try. Trust me, I started literally on January 1st, the first time sewing. If I can figure out how to get the thread through the material, so can you. See you in the next one, you guys. Bye!